नमस्ते सर। मेरा नाम अभिषेक है और मैं आपका सर बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ। आपके जो यूट्यूब पे वीडियोस हैं उसके थ्रू मेरे को काफ़ी सपोर्ट मिला मेरे डिजिटल सिग्नल प्रोसेसिंग सब्जेक्ट में, और आपकी वीडियोस के थ्रू मेरे जो कंसेप्ट है वो क्लियर हो पाए और काफ़ी सपोर्ट मिला। तो सर उसके लिए धन्यवाद करता हूँ, क्योंकि अभी हाल ही में मेरा रिज़ल्ट आया और मैंने काफ़ी अच्छे मार्क्स के साथ जो है अपने सेमेस्टर को क्लियर किया। उसके लिए आपके सपोर्ट के लिए, आपकी वीडियोस के लिए सर बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ। और जो आप काम कर रहे हैं उसके लिए बेस्ट ऑफ लक। और जो है मैं रेकमेंड करता हूँ बाकी जो लोग हैं कि आप सर का वीडियो देखें और अपने जो डाउट्स हैं उनको क्लियर करें। थैंक यू।
Hello everyone, welcome to Knowledge channel. So it is humble request, please subscribe our channel. So you will watch till this video till end. So जो भी लोग हमारे चैनल फर्स्ट टाइम है उनसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज़ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर ले. Today I will try to explain this video both Hindi and English. So you will watch this video by till end. And it is my humble request, please subscribe our channel because it is the more requirement for our channel to grow. So I am preparing this video for your knowledge purpose or your exam point of view. So by just clicking the subscribe button you can motivate me. So now let's see, we have to move on the Norton's theorem. So what is the question? Find the current through the 5 ohm resistance. What is the question? Find the current. What we have to find out? Current through the 5 ohm resistance, clear, 5 ohm resistor in the network given below using the Norton's theorem. Clear? Whenever any question is given, you have to first identify what they have asked. Here they have asked the current. So through the which resistor? 5 ohm. So our question is what? We have to solve the question. We have to find out the current through the 5 ohm resistor. So this is our question first. And which theorem you have to apply? Norton's theorem. So this is our complete question. So that means whenever we have to solve any Norton's or any Thevenin's or any maximum power related question, so we have to identify which one is our load resistance here. Okay, so here you can see through 5 ohm resistance we have to find out the current. So here you can see this is the 5 ohm. So this will be our load resistance. So here we can mark here as A and B. Okay, so इसको हमने A और B branch mark कर दिया. Clear? So you can see this is become our load resistance. So here we can write down it as a RL equals to 5 ohm. Okay. Then later on we have to move on the next step, that is the, here you can see which next step, solutions. Okay, how we can solve this question? So it is important for us, so follow the step by step. Clear? So here first step, what is the calculation of VTH? Whatever step I have explained you, how which step you have to follow, so you can watch my previous video. I will provide the link in the I button, so you can watch the video which is related to the fundamental concept of the Norton's, Thevenin's and maximum power theorem. So calculation of VTH, first step will be case VTH. So whenever we want to calculate the VTH, so first what we have to do, we have to remove the load resistance by open circuit. Clear? So we have to remove the load resistance by, this is, you can see again I have redrawn the circuit diagram, and this is our load resistance is here. So here we have removed our load resistance. You can see this is our A and this is our B. I have already drawn the circuit to save our timing, so that's why. Clear? So आप देख सकते हो मैंने सर्किट को एज इट इज़ पूरा ड्रॉ कर लिया है, कुछ नहीं ज़्यादा, हमने सर्किट को ओपन कर दिया है, लोड रेजिस्टेंस को यहाँ पे हमने रिमूव कर दिया है. सो नेक्स्ट यू कैन सी हियर what we have to do, we have to find out the VTH across this. So what we have to, we do one virtual connection between this A and B. Okay, so this is our virtual connection, and across this we have to find out our VTH. So this is the our question. So now what we have to do, we have to first apply the mesh analysis. So this is the mesh 1, so we have to mention it is the mesh 1 and current direction in this mesh 1 in clockwise. We have to always assume the current in clockwise direction. This is the, we have to consider it is the open circuited, but what we are considering, we are considering this is the virtually connected. So virtually connected, that means we can say it is the mesh 2 and current I2 is flowing, but this is the open circuit, so value of the I2 will be 0. Only we are doing this just for the calculation purpose. Practically it is not possible, but just for the calculation purpose we are doing. So now from the circuit diagram, what you have to do, what is the parameter you can directly write down from the circuit diagram, so that you have to write down first. So here you can see this is our open circuit. So first point is what, I2 equals to 0, and this is what, due to the open circuit. Clear? First point is this one. Next you can see this is the Vx. Okay, in this Vx you have to identify this Vx is common for the mesh 1 and mesh 2. So what will be the value of Vx? So here you can see Vx is equals to, we can write down, okay, this is the resistance according to the Ohm's law, V equals to what, IR. So what is the here I is I1 minus I2, because both current are passing in this resistance. You can see this resistance is common for the mesh 1 and mesh 2. So what have to write down here, 2 I1 minus I2. Okay, so this is you have to follow. Clear? So we are moving in this direction, so we have written here I1 minus I2. Later on you can see what we have, the value I2 is equals to 0, so you can write down this equation. Clear? One important thing, this is the plus, that's I have written directly plus sign here. Okay, don't get confused whenever it's move on in there. If you move in this direction, minus will come first, so you can write down minus first, but you are moving in this direction, so your plus is coming first, so you have just written plus here. Okay, so you can see this is 2I1 and it is 0. So finally our, what is the Vx? Vx equals to 2I1. Okay, and we can say this is the our equation number I1 equation, first equation. Okay, so now later on what we have to do, we have to apply the KVL. So here you can see this is the current source is present outside the branch of this mesh. So value of the I1 will be, we can obtain directly. Clear? So this value we can obtain directly. Here you can see. So what is that value? I will write down here. This is the what? You can see here I1 equals to, this is the direction of this current and this current, both are the same because I1 is coming in this and going in this direction. So you can see this is the same direction. So you can easily write down here I1 equals to 2 ampere. So we have already find out this is 2 ampere from the circuit diagram. So this is all parameter we are calculating from the circuit diagram. Clear? This is from the circuit diagram. Now later on, no need to calculate the I2 because I2 is already 0, so this equation is simplified here. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to put this 2 ampere in the equation number 1. Okay, so then our equation number 2, so Vx equals to, here you can see Vx equals to 2, this is I1 and this is 2 into 2. Okay, because value of the I1 is what, 2 ampere, so we have to put here, this is what, 4, and this value of Vx is what, Vx equals to 4 volt. Okay, then later on we have, what we have to do, we have to write down the VTH equations. Okay, so VTH equation is important for here, so you have to focus on this VTH equation. So let's see what is the next. Writing VTH equation. Okay, so writing VTH equation. So how can we write down the VTH equation? So here you have to focus, just you have to write down the mesh analysis equation for the mesh 2. Nothing you have to worry from where to you start, where to finish. Don't worry about that. Just you have to apply the KVL in the mesh 2 for writing the VTH equation. So what we have to do, how many meshes are there? There are 2 meshes. So just we have to write down the 2 currents. First one is the I1 and another one is the I2. Okay, next is what, through which current, we are in the which mesh we are applying the KVL, we are writing the equation for the mesh 2. So that's why we can say we are applying KVL to the mesh 2. So when we are applying KVL to the mesh 2, so our I2 will be negative magnitude and I1 will be positive magnitude. Okay, now we have to check the which one is the, what is the magnitude of I1 and what is the magnitude of I2. Okay, so for that you can see here, so here you have to focus what is that. So I1 in the mesh 1, this is the mesh 2, we are applying KVL in the mesh 2. Okay, so through which resistance I1 is passing of the mesh 2, this is your mesh 2, and we have to identify this I1 is through which resistance of mesh 2 is passing. Here you can see this is the mesh 2 and this is the resistance 1 ohm and 2 ohm is common for the mesh 1 and mesh 2. So we can say I1 is passing through the 1 ohm and 2 ohm. Okay, so यहाँ पे आप चेक कर सकते हो कि ये जो I2 है जो किससे पास हो रहा है, ये हमने केवल किसको अप्लाई किया है, I2 को अप्लाई किया है, ठीक है, और सॉरी केवल किसको अप्लाई किया है, मेश 2 को अप्लाई किया है, और हमको ये चेक करना है कि I1 मेश 2 के कौन कौन से रेजिस्टेंस से पास हो रहा है. तो यहाँ पे जो I1 है मेश 2 के रेजिस्टेंस 1 से पास हो रहा है, 2 ओम से पास हो रहा है, ठीक है. तो ये हमारा क्या क्लियर हो गया कि 1 और 2 से दोनों से पास हो रहा है. तो यहाँ पे हम इसका समेशन कर लेते हैं 1 + 2 इट इज़ 3. क्लियर. तो मैं यहाँ पे क्या लिख लूँगा, सिंपल सा यहाँ पे 3 आ जाएगा हमारा, ठीक है, ये 3 आ गया. आई होप इट यू अंडरस्टैंड इट. वॉट वी हैव टू डू, अभी हम क्या करेंगे, I2, what is the magnitude of I2. So for that what we will do, we have to check through which resistance I2 is passing in mesh 2. So I2 is passing, you can see this I2, this is the your complete mesh. Okay, you can see this is your mesh. So here I2 is passing through 2 ohm, 1 ohm, so again it is 3. So we have to just write down, it is the sum of these two resistance, that is the 3, and then it is equals to, okay, then we have to write down the what is the voltage in this path. तो I2 किस किस डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है, हमको इस पाथ का हमको क्या लिखना पड़ेगा, वोल्टेज लिखना पड़ेगा. तो देखो हम ऐसे आएंगे फर्स्ट, तो यहाँ पे हमको क्या दिखा, माइनस साइन है और इट इज़ व्हाट, ये क्या हो गया हमारा 4Vx. फिर हम आगे जाएंगे, यहाँ पे ये क्या माइनस साइन है और ये क्या प्लस है, तो हमको क्या लिखा 4. तो हमारा क्या गया 4Vx + 4. और फिर इधर हम आएंगे तो ये पॉजिटिव साइन है, तो यहाँ पे ये पॉजिटिव और ये नेगेटिव है, तो हम आगे क्या लिखेंगे प्लस VTS. So listen again, how we can we write down the on the left on this side equation for voltage. So here you can say we are moving, we are coming from this side and we are reaching here. So what is the sign here, negative sign here. So first we have to write down the minus 4Vx. What is here, we have to write down the 4Vx. Then we have to move further, here we can, you can come, then you have come here. So here you can see what is here, minus, so it is, we have to write down minus 4V. Clear. And later on, so we have to come here, so here is what, plus sign, because what we have made, we have to identify this VTS. So what is, we have considered VTS is connected across this A and B terminal. Clear. So this is the positive one, this is the negative one. So what we have to write down, this is a plus terminal, so we will write here a minus, plus VTS, because plus is there, so we have to write down plus VTH. Okay, so this is the complete equation. So what we have to do, we have to put the value of I1 and I2. So as you know, I2 is the open circuit, it is already 0. Clear. And we have to, I1 equals to 2 ampere, so we have already calculated. So this is 3 into 2 minus 3 into 0, and this is equals to minus 4. Vx equals to 4, so you have to put Vx equals to 4 here and minus plus VTH. So this is what, 6, this is 0, it's become 0. Now it is what, minus 16 minus 4 plus VTH. Okay, so this is what, 6, it is equals to minus 20. Okay, and this is plus VTH. What you have to do, we have to shift this minus 20 on left hand side, so it's become plus 20 plus 6, and it is the VTH. So now what is the value of the VTH here, you can see VTH is 26 volt. So this is your value of the VTH. Okay, so this is the value of the VTH. So now we have to move on the further next step, that is the step number 2. Okay, so this is our step number 2. So calculation of IN in this step number 2, what you have to do, so again when we have to simplify or when we have to go for the calculation of IN, so what we have to do, we have to remove what you have to do, we have to remove. Clear. So here you can see remove RL by short circuit. SC means short circuit. Clear? So here this is our load resistance. You can see in this diagram. Clear? This is our load resistance. So we have to remove this load resistance by the short circuit. So we have to draw this short circuit path. Okay, and this is our terminal A and B. Okay, so to save our time, we have already drawn this diagram. Clear? So this is the I. So here we can mention this is the ISC. Okay, so this is our ISC. So now further we have to solve the equation. So first step, again from the circuit diagram, which is parameters we can directly obtain. So we have to write down here. So from circuit diagram. Okay, so again you have to first write down apply the mesh analysis here. So this is the mesh 1. So mesh 1, we have to consider I1 is passing through mesh 1, and this is our mesh 2. Again I2 is passing in the mesh 2. Okay, so here you have to focus, it is the very important thing. So now just you can see this equation here from circuit diagram we have to, so this 2 ampere and this is I1 will be same, because it is the current passing in the mesh 1 is what, I1, and this is the current source is present in the mesh 1. So we have to directly write down this current source value. I1 equals to 2 ampere. So here we have obtained value of the I1. Next what we have to do, we have to directly write down what is the value here. Vx is there, so we have to, what is the value of Vx? So we can write down Vx equals to, again same thing, 2 I1 minus I2. So we have to consider reference I1, we are coming in this direction, and I1 is, it is what, plus sign, so you can directly plus 2 I1 minus I2. Okay, I2 is coming opposite direction. Clear? So this is this one. Next you can see what is the, we can write down here, you can see IAC equals to, again this is the I2, so direction will be same, again IAC equals to I2. So whatever value of the I2, so that will be the IAC. So now next step we have to apply KVL. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to apply KVL. Further we can solve, because we know the value of the 2 ampere. So this we have to first put this value in this equation. So here you can see Vx equals to 2 minus I2, or it is 4 minus 2 I2. So here finally your Vx is what, 4 minus 2 I2, and this is your equation number 2. So now next step you can see here, apply, okay, this is here, apply KVL to mesh 2. ओके, हम क्या कर रहे हैं, KVL को mesh अप्लाई कर रहे हैं किसमें, mesh 2 में. ठीक है, सो अभी हमारा क्या हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे बड़ा सिंपल है. तो वही कितने mesh है उतने mesh को यहाँ पे लिख देना है हमको, I1 एंड I2 हमने लिख दिया. ठीक है, अब हमको क्या चेक करना है, किसको मैं KVL अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, mesh 2 को. ठीक है, mesh 2 को KVL अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, तो mesh 2 का करंट क्या होगा, नेगेटिव, बाकी क्या होगा, पॉजिटिव. व्हाट वी आर डूइंग हियर, वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई in the which mesh we are applying the KVL. So we are applying the KVL to the mesh 2, so our I2 will be negative and remaining all current will be positive. Okay, so here only one current is there, so we have marked as a positive. Okay, now we have to write down the magnitude of I1 and I2. So we have to check, we are applying KVL to the mesh 2. Okay, so through which resistance this I1 is passing of the mesh 2. So I1 is passing through the 1 ohm and 2 ohm. This is the how much resistance, this is again 3 ohm resistance. Okay, this is passing through. What we have to check here, which resistance of mesh 2 I1 is passing. ओके, mesh 2 के कौन से रेजिस्टेंस से आपका I1 जा रहा है, वो यहाँ पे हमको चेक करना है. ठीक है ना, ये क्लियर ध्यान रखना है. नेक्स्ट I2 in the mesh 2 you have to check through which resistance I2 is passing in the mesh 2. Okay, so in mesh 2, so only 2 and 1, again it is 3. Clear? And then we have to write down the directly our equations. So again we have to come in this direction, this is what, minus 4 Vx, then we have to move further and come here. So it is what, negative and positive, so we can write down -4. Okay, so here our equation is complete. So next, what is we have to write down? 3i1. I1 is, we know this is 2 ampere, so we can directly put value here. I2 is here, and we have to not need to put I2 because it is the closed circuit. So we have to identify, or we have to calculate the value of the I2. And -4 Vx equals to this one, so we can put from this equation. So -4 to I2 and -4. Okay, so further we have to simplify. This will be the 6, this is 3i2, and this is what, -16 minus plus 8 I2, and this is -4. So this is what we can say, it is -6 3i2, and this is what, -20 plus 8 I2. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to shift this I2 on the right hand side and 20 on the left hand side. So 6 plus 20, and this is 8 I2 plus 3 I2, so it is 26 equals to 11 I2. Clear? So then you can simplify it is further. So I2 equals to 26 upon 11, and this will be the 2.36 ampere. So here what we have to obtain, I2 equals to 2.36 ampere, and direction you can see downward, so you can write down here. This is the value of the I2. Clear? So here you can see IC equals to I2. So what will be the value of the IC? ISC equals to again I2, and this is what, 2.36 ampere, downward direction. So I will write here ISC equals to 2.36 ampere, and direction will be downward. So this is the our clear. So ISC. Now step number 3. Okay, so in step number 3 we have to calculate the calculation of Rn. Step number 3. So this is the our step number 3, calculation of Rn. Okay, so third step is what, Rn. So how can we calculate? We have to use one equation, that is the Rn equals to Vth upon ISC, or both value we have already calculated. So okay, so in the previous question you can see what we have calculated, Vth equals to 26. So here we will put the value of the 26, and we have calculated ISC equal to 2.36. So here you can see 2.36, and when you simplify it, so we will get 111 point. We can check it just for confirmation. 26 divided by 11, 2 point, sorry wrong कर दिया, 26 divided by 2.36, 11.016. so we can write down it is 11.02 round up. Okay, so this is the ohm. So here value of the Rn is what, 11.02 ohm. Clear? So this is the value of Rn. Next and the last step, calculation of IL. So final step, step number 4, calculation of IL. Okay, so here you can see how can we draw the circuit diagram. This is the important, always draw the Norton's equivalent circuit. So direction will be upward here, and this is R, and this is your IAC, and this is your, remember this part is your Norton's equivalent. Okay, clear? Remember this only this part is called as the Norton's equivalent. Always remember, whenever your value of ISC is downward. Okay, here you can see whenever you assume the ISC is downward in this direction, so at that time your ISC value will be here upward direction. But when you assume this direction is upward direction, if you consider this direction in upward direction, so here your value will be the downward direction. Clear? So always remember, this is the one concept here. Clear? So what we have calculated, and we have to connect our load resistance again, that is the RL. Okay, and this is the value is 5 ohm. We have calculated Rn equals to 11.02 ohm, and ISC we have calculated 2.36 ampere. Okay, so now we have to apply the current division rule. Okay, so by current division rule, okay, by CDR, so what we have to write down, IL equals to, we have to find out. In this case we have to find out the IL, and this is our A and B branch. Okay, so IL equals to, current is passing through 5 ohm. Our motto is what? Current passing through 5 ohm. So IL equals to total current. What is it? Total current, that is the ISC. Here is total current is ISC, multiply with opposite resistance. So we are calculating, we have to find out the current through the 5 ohm. So opposite resistance of this branch is which one? This Rn. So we have to write down multiply with opposite resistance upon sum of both resistance. So Rn plus RL. So here we can write down IL equals to ISC. So what is the ISC? 2.36. Rn is what? 11.02, and Rn is what? Again 11.02, and RL is 5 ohm. So further you can simplify it, so we can obtain the value, क्या आएगी हमारी value? 1.6 ampere in downward direction. So this is the value of the answer. So IL equals to, okay, and this is our final answer. So okay, so this is all about the this Norton's theorem. Okay, so if you like this video, please subscribe our channel. One more request, any student want online teaching classes, online class for this subject, so you can contact me my on given number. This is the 8806121141. Okay, or you can also want any kind of the home tuitions, so you can also contact me on this number. Okay, so again I am repeating, for any kind of the home tuition or any kind of the online tuition, you can contact me on this number. So I will provide you online tuition for this subject, or also provide you, if you are staying in near to me, I am staying right now in Navi Mumbai, when you can contact me on this number. So if you want coaching for this subject, so you can contact me on this subject. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please share this video with your friends. And another request, please subscribe our channel. Please complete our target of 1 lakh subscriber by your 1 subscribe button. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Naresh Joshi. Thank you, Naresh Joshi. Thank you, Naresh Joshi.